him and play fetch today. So playing fetch with Koa is one of my favorite occupations to do because it's a great bonding activity for me and him. I actually found Koa back in December, so it's really important that we have bonding time. Also for him to get out his energy so I can go to class without him destroying my house. So I'm gonna break down the biomechanics and how Koa and I play fetch. Okay, let's see if Koa's gonna be good, okay? So we have our ball. The first thing you need to do is you have to... Koa. Step 1, picking up the ball. When you pick up the ball, your knees are flexed at the knee joint, you have an anterior pelvic tilt at the iliofemoral joint, your forearms are pronated at the radial ulnar joint, and your fingers flexed around the ball at the MCP, CMC, and the IP joints. Step 2, standing back up. You'll then extend your legs at the iliofemoral joint, posterior tilt at the iliofemoral joint, your elbows are flexed at the humeral radial joint, and you will laterally rotate your hips at the iliofemoral joint. Step 3, get ready to throw. Your elbows should be flexed at the humeral radial joint, shoulders flexed and laterally rotated, abducted at the glenohumeral humeral joint, and your head is rotated towards the target at the atlantoaxial joint. Finally, we're at step 4, throw the ball. Your elbow is extended at the humeral ulnar joint, shoulders are fully extended, slightly horizontally adducted, and medially rotated at the glenohumeral joint, and your finger flexors release the ball at the MCP, CMC, and IP joints. Now you should have enough force to throw the ball. You watch arm goes to Good boy. So again, you can bend down. Okay, now we have the modified version of what we're gonna do. So if somebody has a back injury or a hip injury, they have a hip replacement. They won't be able to bend down completely to anterior tilt their pelvis. Therefore, they won't have as much reach. This is called a tuck it, which if you now see, I don't need to bend down to go pick up the ball. This puts less strain on your muscles. Also helps you throw it farther if Koa will let me get the ball. Okay, so watch. Ball is in hand. Throw. Koa, I threw it! Okay, he doesn't see it. He just woke up, so he has the zoomies. Ah! Okay, I'm going to demonstrate it again. See this reach? Ball is in hand. Feet again staggered. I'm going to bring it back and throw. I'm going to try to demonstrate it while we're inside so it's less hectic. But basically, if the ball is on the ground, Koa's going to try to get it. I don't need to anterior pelvic tilt to pick it up. Instead, I can extend my arm and then pick it up off the ground. And throw the ball. So yeah. Hello and welcome to the second part of my presentation. So this is Doodle Mindy and Doodle Koa, and we're going to show you the muscle breakdowns of playing fetch. so step 1, we gotta pick up the ball. Here I am, and that's the ball. And we're standing, right? But we can't reach the ball standing, so let's erase that. Okay, so now we're bending over to reach for the ball. So if you can see here, we have our anterior pelvic tilt. Ooh, and I realized that we didn't bend our knees, so we're gonna bend our knees, and we're gonna have our knees flexed. About like 30 degrees. Anterior pelvic tilts about 80 degrees or more. Then we have the muscles involved in anterior tilt. So we have our hamstrings, gluteus maximus, which are eccentrically contracting, and our quads, which are working in synergy so you don't fold over, concentrically contracting. Next, the forearm is pronated 90 degrees at the radial ulnar joint. The pronators are the pronator quadratus and the pronator teres. Next, your fingers are flexed around the ball. The finger flexors are the opponent's pollicis, opponent's digit minimi, lumbricals, flexor digitorum superficialis, and profundus. Step 2, standing up. Alright, so we're gonna pretend that we're getting back up right now. So going from that small little guy to being upright. But for this purpose, we're gonna redraw him bigger. Alright, so that's me, my ball in my hand, and we're gonna have our posterior pelvic tilt back to neutral. The muscles involved are the hamstrings, the gluteus maximus, which are concentrically contracting, and your quads, which are eccentrically contracting. We're gonna rotate our hips 45 degrees using our hip rotators, which are the gluteus maximus and the deep rotators. And then we're also gonna hyperextend about 80 degrees for one of our legs with our gluteus maximus. Also, we want to make sure we have our dog koa in sight as we do this. Next is step 3. We're going to get ready to throw the ball. Alright, so here we are again. Arm is like a goal post. And we're going to have our flexed shoulder moving upwards about like 180 degrees. We're going to use our anterior deltoid, our pectoralis, which are concentrically contracting. Next, our lateral rotation. Next, we're going to do lateral rotation about 90 degrees with our infraspinatus, teres minor, and posterior deltoid. We're also going to have to abduct our shoulders about 90 degrees using our deltoids and our supraspinatus. Next, we're going to have our elbow flexed. Our elbow's going to flex with our biceps brachii, our brachialis, and our brachioradialis. And we're going to have that about 90 degrees too. Lastly, we're going to throw the ball. So here we are, we're happy, we're all set up. And it took me a while to figure out how to draw throwing the ball. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, so first we're going to have our arm fully extended. Our arm extensors are the posterior deltoid, latissimus dorsi, teres major, and the sternal portion of the pectoralis major. Next, we're going to have our arm horizontally adducted about 10 degrees. It's really little, not that much. Using our pectoralis major, anterior deltoids, and we're going to have it medially rotated to about 90 degrees. So we're going to use our latissimus dorsi, our teres major, subscapularis, and pectoralis major to do this, and our anterior delts. All of these are concentrically contracting, by the way. Your elbow is fully extended at this point, using our triceps and our anconeus. Okay, that's all I have for you guys. Koa and I say thank you for watching. Bye!